Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. I'm here, virtual, in front of you to discuss my topic. I will discuss to you about the importance of national identity, to also discuss the origin of the national identity, to know the two conceptions of nationality, to learn the components of the national identity and the national elements. National identity. What is national identity? According to Wikipedia, it is the person's identity in sense of belonging to one state or to one nation, a feeling one shares with a group of people regardless of one's citizenship status. According to Dictionary Oxford Language, national identity is a sense of a nation as a cohesive whole as represented by distinctive traditions, culture, and language. Merriam-Webster says, national identity is the distinguishing character or personality of an individual. It also says the relation established by psychological identification. National identity refers to your nationality, usually becomes more pronounced when persons are away from home country. Interesting phenomena currently happening where young adults from EU think of Europe as their native land. Understanding the origin of national identity and the role of concepts and theories in doing so. Origin of national identity. As a collective phenomenon, national identity can arise as the direct result of the presence of elements from the common points. When we say common points, it is a significant point over which two or more aircraft will pass or have passed in people's daily lives. National symbols, language, the nation's history, national consciousness, and cultural artifacts. Rule of concepts and theories. Theory provides concept to name what we observe and to explain relationships between concepts. Theory allows us to explain what we see and to figure out how to bring about change. Theory is a tool that enables us to identify a problem and to plan a means for altering the situation. There are two widely accepted conceptions of nationality, the ethnic and civic. So, ethnic and civic seems to have been coined by Smith, 1991. Ethnic refers to the fact that the national identity sees itself as defined by shared ancestry, demarcated by culture. Implicit here is the idea that you get ethnic nationalism when you lack democratic or liberal institution. Civic refers to the idea of ties of citizenship between individuals and the state, legal rights and duties to each other and the state, within a voluntarist democratic framework, founded on the idea of pride in liberty and democracy, also linked to notions of civil society, of trans-ethnic associations. Are people reading their hopes into the theory, ethnic is bad, civic is good. Ethnic and civic. Ethnic nationalism, pre-existing characteristic or traditions lead to a shared sense of nation. The people may then create a nation state if they choose to live together with others who share their sense of nation. A group of people who choose to live together in other nations state according to shared values and beliefs. The characteristic of the nation evolve over time as common beliefs enable people to live together. Nations as a blend of ethnic and civic. Smith, 1991. Nations between civic and ethnic elements. State-nation seek pre-modern legitimacy and romantic narrative. French Goetheism and English medievalism on late 19th. Mexican cosmic race idea of 1917. Ethnic nation seeks civic symbols and progress, wealth, territory, industry, state pride. Many aspects of civic and ethnic are complementary, not exclusive. At different times in history, the ethnic aspect of nationhood can wax or wane, but it is always there as a resource as nations form on the basis of ethnic cores. Continuum, not two boxes. Ethnic and national identity. An ethnic and identity is the identification with a certain ethnicity, usually on the basis of a presumed common genealogy or ancestry. Recognition by others as a distinct ethnic group is often a contributing factor in developing this band of identification. Ethnic groups are also often united by common cultural, behavioral, linguistic, ritualistic, or religious traits. Personal identity, national identity, international, according to William Bloom, relation is the first psychological study of nation building, nationalism, mass mobilization, and foreign policy processes. The two dimensions of national identity. Civic nation. According to Michael Ignatieff, a civic nation is made up of people who share certain political beliefs. In that framework, race, color, creed, gender, language, and ethnicity do not matter. Civic nation, citizens are equal, have the same rights and responsibilities, based on shared values and beliefs. Civic means related citizens. Example, Canada. Civic nation is also nation created by people, no matter what their ethnicity, culture, and language, who agree to live according to particular values and beliefs expressed as the rule of law. Collective identity and nation. In most groups, there must be some form of a collective identity. The religion, language, school, and occupation. People in groups will use language like us, we, and our. Not all groups are nations, but collective identity is a part of all nations. Civic versus ethnic nationalism. Civic, based on citizenship, nation-state united by territoriality, citizenship, civil rights, and legal codes. Equality before the law, regardless of ethnicity, race, etc. Based on ethnicity, nation-state united by elements unique to a group such as common language, values, religion, myth, and symbolism. And lastly, dependent on blood ties bonds to the land and native traditions. Nation and national identity definition concepts theory. Quite often in the place branding context, you will hear people talk or write about nation branding. Components of national identity: common national interest, national characteristic, community of common history, national solidarity, political values, and common culture. First, common national interest. It is the key concept in international relations. It is universally accepted right of each state to secure its national interest. National characteristic. This involves the identification of people, ethnicity, and races according to specific indomitable cultural characteristic. Community of common history refers to the popular practice of history research and writing in sitting outside university history department. National solidarity, defined as the generalization of the protection of vulnerable social groups to all social organizations. Political values, define political values as practical relationships, institution, and organization. And last, common culture, a belief or behavior that is shared between two or more groups. There have 7 national identity elements: national flag, national bird, national flower, national tree, national anthem, state emblem, and the national calendar. Thank you for watching and listening. Kathy Salazar, your reporter for today. Thank you. God bless.